Not every nonprofit needs a total rebrand to make a stronger impact. Sometimes it's just about realigning what you already have to better reflect who you are today. So before you jump into a big rebranding project, let's talk about needing a brand refresh versus signs that it's time for a full rebrand. By the end of this episode, you'll know whether it's time for a complete makeover or a simple tune up. Welcome back to Love Bug Branding Tips. Today, we're diving into a question that so many nonprofits face. Do we need to rebrand? This can feel like a big decision, but the good news is a complete rebrand isn't always necessary. Sometimes aligning your mission, vision, values, and goals is enough to get you back on track without needing a full overhaul. Let's start with our first sign. When your identity no longer reflects who you are or what you stand for, this is one of the most obvious reasons to consider a rebrand. Maybe your mission has evolved over the years and what you once did isn't quite the focus anymore. For example, let's say your organization started by providing food assistance in a local neighborhood. But over time, you've expanded to include job training and mental health resources. Suddenly, the name community food support doesn't quite cover everything you're doing anymore. A rebrand here could help capture the full scope of your mission today. Something like Community Empowerment Center to show a broader reach. The goal is to ensure that your brand reflects what your organization is now, not just what it used to be. But if your mission and offerings haven't changed that much at all, don't feel pressure to rebrand just for the sake of it. Small adjustments might do the trick. Update your mission and value proposition to better align with what you're actively doing right now. This small tweak can often clarify your work to donors without the need for a full and expensive overhaul. The second sign, if you're looking to attract new supporters, this might be relevant if your target audience has changed. Imagine you were originally appealing to older donors who value the history and legacy of the organization, but now you want to reach a younger audience who cares more about social impact and innovative solutions. These younger donors might be more interested in your impact metrics, specific project updates, or your digital engagement opportunities and strategies. In this case, a rebrand or refresh might just mean a simple adjustment in your language, your visuals, and even your storytelling to resonate more with this new audience. For instance, if you're looking to appeal to millennial or Gen Z, incorporate stories from individuals you helped, share video content on platforms they use, or adjust your website to be more mobile friendly. It's not about changing your core identity, but finding ways to express it in a way that connects with this new group. The third reason you might consider a rebrand is if you need to modernize your organization. This is especially relevant for legacy organizations that have been around for a decade or more. Sometimes the nonprofit landscape changes and your brand can start to feel outdated. Maybe your logo feels like it's from the 90s, your website doesn't work well. Updating these elements doesn't mean you need a total rebrand. It just means that you're giving a facelift. You're trying to revitalize your brand to stay relevant. For example, think of a nonprofit founded in 2000 with a bold, complex logo, dense, heavy materials, thick, bold, old school IBM or something like that. Back then it was fine, but today people are looking for clean, simple designs that are easy to engage with. Think Amazon, Apple, just really simple, something that they can see and recognize quickly. A minor refresh is simplifying the logo, choosing new brand colors, or updating the website design. All this can make a difference in giving your organization a fresh, modern look without changing the core of who you are. Here's the important thing to remember: a rebrand doesn't have to be scary or mean you're changing everything. Often, small adjustments to your mission, vision, values, or goals are enough to keep you relevant and connected with your audience. If you're not sure whether to rebrand or just realign, ask yourself, do all parts of my brand make sense together? Does my mission align with what I'm doing today? And do my values resonate with my audience? Sometimes taking a hard look at these elements can reveal that what you really need is just a few strategic tweaks, not a complete overhaul. And if you're looking for a bit more guidance, my free brand strategy playbook can help you break down each of these elements and figure out exactly where you might need to make adjustments. You can find that link in the show notes. And if you're listening on YouTube, it'll be in the description. This resource will walk you through the essential components for building a strong brand without making you feel like you have to start from scratch. So before you decide to dive headfirst into a rebrand, remember, take stock of what you already have and see if a few adjustments might do the trick. Most times, aligning your mission, vision, value, and goals is all you need to get back on track. Embrace what's working, update what's not, and remember, do what you can with what you have, stay in your lane, and enjoy the journey. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube for more nonprofit branding and strategy tips. Until next time.